Welcome back, boys, to their eafc content review on the channel and the first promo of eafc content review video. I'm Slater. Today's content's insane. The team is unbelievable. We're going to go through all the players. We're going to dive into this Bruno SBC. Shout out to my boy Jake and Rocco, the Newcastle homies. There's a lot of content. There's a lot happening. EA swung for the fences. This is probably one of the biggest upgrades we've ever seen this early in the year on a promo from EA. So this is a massive day of content. I'll chapter out the video in terms of what we go through in terms of Bruno, then to other content, then to the full team review. If you want to move forward around. For that, all I ask is you like the video, you sub if you're new, and let's dive into this thing. So this is a lot going on in the best way, right? Great freaking day. Can't wait to stream it up with some packs. Here's Bruno G. High, right? 3-star, 3-star. Now, we don't love 3-star, 3-star, but this is a live card, right? This card could get even better than it is right now. We'll talk about how that works for these cards here in a second. He's obviously a very valuable card in terms of being a Premier League Brazilian player, right? Newcastle are in what we all consider the group of death. They did get a great draw at Milan. They didn't play good, but they found a way to get a draw, which is a brilliant result for them away from home. So they are in a more advantageous position than maybe Milan is in terms of their ability to move out of the group. He does have multiple play styles. He can play CDM and center mid. Internally on the card, I actually think he has really nice stats. Especially this early in the year, right? So you think about what this card would look like. First off, we put like a shadow on him. He'd be such a balanced, good box-to-box midfielder. I think 100% you could even use this as a DM. I know he's high. Depending on how you run your team and your tactics, I think that could totally work for you too. 90 stamina is great this early in the year. 87 aggression is awesome. Defending stats are very well-rounded. We could boost those easily if we want to with the shadow chem style, right? Dribbling stats are nice. I mean, 79 agility isn't ideal, but like he's a big body midfielder. So the rest of it being an 85 plus is fantastic. Right, for a card of his style. 89 vision and 90 short pass and 88 long pass means that he can distribute beautifully out of the back and move the ball up the field to help in a counterattack or move past the lines of an opposing defense. I think a lot of this card looks really nice. What you need to know is in terms of how these upgrade works, win 2 remaining matches in the UCL group stage for a +1 inform upgrade, and then qualify for the UCL knockout stage for an additional +1 inform upgrade, which would mean that every single stat will get a +1 boost as every single upgrade occurs. What's important to note is if we go over here, let me see if I can get the group tables in here. Let's go. This should work for us. Let's go over here just to give you like a concept of like how could this possibly work, right? What's important to note is that if we go down to this group, which is a crazy group, by the way, PSG, Newcastle, Milan, Dortmund. Like, it's a crazy group. 2 massive teams are going to get kicked out of this competition. So this is one of the riskier card SBCs you can do because although Newcastle got a great first result with a draw, right? There's so much room left to be played, right? They have 4 games remaining. They would need to win. I think they should have 5 games. Don't they play everybody twice? How's that work? My math is mathing. Don't you play everyone? I don't know. My brain's not working too good, I think. I'm trying to figure out when these games would even be. I think one of the things that people always forget is UCL group stage schedule is like, when can I expect these, upgrades to occur, right? These are questions that I think people ask all the time. So it would look like the earliest it could possibly happen for you to get the upgrade on this card would be they play October the 4th versus PSG, which is obviously a tough game. And then they play again on... should play here. And they play again on November the 7th. So the earliest you could get one of the upgrades would be November the 7th. And my apologies, my alerts are on. And then as you move all the way down, the group stage doesn't end until December the 13th. So you wouldn't actually get the second boost in this card for another almost 3 months. So this is something where I don't think this card's bad. I haven't seen the price yet. I think it's a really nice looking card, but just be cognizant of the fact that you're not going to get like the full boost if Newcastle achieve it for a very long time, right? He doesn't emphasize a pass, a long ball pass, flare, press proven, which is a really great one. Keep close control of the ball during a press. It's actually a really valuable trait to have. And Travella. So there's Bruno G. Internally, he's an 85 overall team that gets a jumbo gold pack back. An 86 overall team with a rare gold pack back, an 87 overall team with a jumbo premium gold pack back, and then a rare gold pack back on another 86 overall team. Pretty expensive, right? I mean, if you're ripping a lot of packs, maybe you did a pack save, this will be something you definitely could complete. But he's only up for 6 days, which I think is really tricky. A card that won't get all of its boosts for another 3 months, if it even gets them, only having a 6-day window for you to cash in and get a full 87, 2 86s, and 85 is a really big ask from EA. So big that I would say it's not worth it. I would say this is not worth your time. for most people. Like, I feel like very few people can really even accomplish this SBC in the next 6 days. One thing that's nice about the next 6 days from now, you will get your back end division rival rewards again. You should at least have that opportunity in the morning pre-content to open those again. So let's say you are completing this and you're going to try and do it over the next 6 days. You do have one more back window chance at getting that opportunity, but that's a big ask from EA in a very short period of time, which for me then makes it where I don't feel like that's a great value SBC. Before we dive over all the way into the objective content of the day, let's go see. He's about 200k, which I don't think is like a totally unrealistic price for a live card in the Prem. That if he got a if he ends up getting his +2, would be very close to Haaland gang, with the ability, obviously, with the chemstyle, make him a brilliant card. You know, he'd be, if he gets all of his upgrades, he'd be in 86, 84, 88, 86, 82, 78. That with a shadow chemstyle on him for control. If you can go to lengthy too. For a shadow chemstyle, I mean, he's just a really nice looking card. Ships in as a 90 rated DM early in the year, and that's pre him potentially getting any boost. So I think his card, you know, 3/3 kind of sucks, don't get me wrong. The price is definitely, I think, way too much for how short of a time you have to get it done. There will be a scenario, though, where this card has a lot of value, especially if Newcastle were to, you know, progress in the stage and he'd be a card that you can use for a long time. I just don't think that anyone has the real ability to get this type of stuff done that quickly. We also have a new objective. It is the Road to the Knockouts, Gio Reyna. As a USA fan, man, this is a sweet freaking card that you can unlock in the game, which also coincides as a rival to Newcastle and the Bruno SBC we just talked about. If you want to get this done, all you need to do is assist 5 goals through balls in squad battles semi-pro with an American player, which obviously not only they're great, there's not really a lot of great American men players besides like heroes and stuff, but there are a lot of fantastic female players in this game from the United States that you can totally use. That'll make this very easy for you. Bundesliga 10, score 10 goals using a Bundesliga player. Easy, right? You may even have already done that Boniface, a player of the month SBC. He could be valuable there too. Ideally, you try and find, you know, Gio Reyna, whose card's a 79, which isn't really great, would coincide with both of these, right, at the same time. Score at least 2 goals per match in 4 separate matches. That's pretty easy to do on rival squad battles, all those things. And win 10 matches while having 3 Bundesliga players in your starting 11. So Bundesliga players have more value. And if you do all those things, you unlock a Gio Reyna, who can play cam, right mid, left mid, and right wing, which is actually a lot more versatility than I think his actual card gives you, which is nice. Does have 4-star skills, but 2-star weak foot is brutal. Brutal to see 2-star weak foot on a card like this. He has okay pace, nice shot power, okay passing, very well-rounded dribbling for the most part with 80 stamina. He's kind of a whatever card too. They lost their first game, so he's even less of a chance of getting that upgrade than comparative to other players. But I will say, you know, it is a free card. You know, at the end of the day, it would be a free card if you grinded it out. Tiki-taka, Flair, technical, and finesse shot. If I were you and on this card, probably put a hunter on him. Make it really easy for yourself. That seems like the very easy and obvious decision in terms of what I would play. Probably would play him as a cam, but man, oh man, 2-star weak foot is pretty rough. 2-star weak foot is pretty rough for a card at any point in the game, let alone this early in the game as well. Let's see if there's any other content in terms of our like objective and milestone content. I have a lot of objectives that I clearly need to claim. We don't see anything here, which is good, right? I don't think we see anything new here. Let's go over to foundations. Okay, we're good there. Now, the last part of this video that we definitely need to spend the most time on, and by the way, if you've stayed this long, you're a hero, and I appreciate your love and support for the channel. I love making these videos, man, so I appreciate you guys as always. Here is our other bit of content, which is going into all the new players that dropped today as cards in the game, right? So this is the newest bit of content we need to get into. I don't remember seeing this Pedro Goncalves card as a... Is he an SBC and I missed it? I feel like I don't remember. Let me see something really quick. Hold on, boys. These are always raw. We find this stuff out together. So let's go see. That is a sweet design from Armalika. Shout out to Armalika, who's a great designer. If you need to make thumbnails for your accounts, Armalika does this stuff for free for people. He's Nick 2018's designer. Like, that is just such a cool thing that he does for everybody. So if you want that type of stuff and you're a content creator, go give him a look, man. He's fantastic. Let's go over here. I don't remember seeing this Pedro Goncalves in like the drop. He's not. Okay, so where is Pedro Goncalves? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 cards here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. What am I missing? What am I missing? There's a lot I'm missing. Is Konrad Lemaire even in this group? Okay, clearly there's another part of content that I have not seen. Clearly, there's another piece of content that I have not unlocked or seen yet. Let's go figure out what that is. It doesn't look like it's anything this related. Where are those cards? They've got to be in objectives, right? Let me go see if there's any news. I apologize for like kind of the, I think I'm kind of like you walking through this menu trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. It's not here, and you don't get any additional players outside of Gio Reyna here. So we know that. In terms of your seasonal progress, there's nothing. In terms of your milestone progress, did I miss something in here? No, I don't know where those cards are. I have absolutely no clue where Konrad Lemaire are, Pedro Goncalves. I think those are the only two that I can't find. I don't know where those cards are. Is Dodo in this drop? No, Dodo's not listed here either. I don't know if this is just a short. I don't know why they would drop a graphic that wouldn't have every player on it, but like, this is weird. But let's go dive into the content. I'm assuming they must be in packs. But like Pedro Goncalves, who would like be very cheap and be easy to pack compared to other players, is extinct. So where are you? Where are you, Pedro? Where are these players? I'm so sorry that I'm struggling here. I just don't know. I'm so confused. Let me go back to the loading screen. They're not listed here. I mean, they're not listed here. What am I missing? What am I missing? Is it like an Evo thing? Is it like an Evo club thing? Is that possible? That I'm missing here? No. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm clearly lost, and there's about a 3-minute part of this video that now has been lost. I got no clue, man. I got absolutely zero clue, boys, what the heck is going on, but we're going to go ahead and review these players and talk about their abilities. And I'm sure at some point in the very near future, I'll figure out what these cards are, but man, oh man, I do not know where they are right now. Let's go ahead, pull up links, talk about these players, who looks great, who doesn't, talk about chemstyles, and wrap this video up. This is a crazy first team. Even Dries Mertens is going to be a fun card for people to use, but like Kalulu, Openda, Osimhen, Haaland, Dodo gets like a +7 boost on his card. These are big boosts, man. This is a pretty wild move from EA. So here's Luis Diaz, who's instantly, and by the way, this obviously has a lot of value because Liverpool are in the Europa League this year. So this is a card that has very much so the potential to get his full upgrade. And already looks like a really nice card. Compared to his 84, he has 2 more pace, 3 more shooting, 5 more passing, 3 more dribbling, 4 more defending, and 4 more physical. He's 4-star with high medium work rates, rapid pace, nice shooting stats, okay passing. We definitely want to boost that up. I would definitely boost his passing up. I would probably give him a Maestro is one option I would look at for him. Boosts his shot power, makes him a way better finisher. Boosts his passing, makes him very, very well rounded for a winger right at the end of the day. And then boosts him to 94 reactions and 99 dribbling, which is pretty sweet this early in the game. Another option that you could totally consider for a guy like him, because I don't think I would do anything with his pace. I feel like that's pretty good for now. You could, 100%. Like a Hawk would definitely not go wasted on him. That'd be a fun option for him in terms of his attack ability. A Hunter, you're not going to get the full value of, so don't use a Hunter on him. Another option I would totally look at for you guys, which is going to be a little bit tricky, but I would say maybe a Deadeye if you want to make him just a great finisher of the ball and then have him be a great passer of the ball too in attack. So there is Luis Diaz. We also have Pedro Goncalves, which once again, I have no clue. The missing link, 4-star. Sporting are always a pretty competitive team in European competitions. He can play center mid, left mid, right wing, and left wing, which is great versatility. Compared to his previous card, he gets himself +2 pace, +2 shooting, +2 passing, +1 dribbling, +4 defending. He actually has a way lower upgrade than even Luis Diaz had. So it's interesting they've like super juiced even the bigger cards. It does look like I wouldn't necessarily want to play him in the midfield. You could with a shadow, right? I mean, this is a card that you could use in your team. If you wanted to. He does ship as an 84 rated center mid, but I think it's kind of clear that he's maybe a little bit more of a cam that you would potentially flex into kind of being more of a box-to-box or like come back on defending as his place or as his like tactic in the game. If you were to do that, I would probably say he's a little bit of a stinky card right now. I'd probably put a Hunter on him. Ships as an 86 rated cam. So that's what I would do for Pedro there. Moving on, we have Sodilia, which, by the way, this card I really think has a lot of value. So he can play right back, but center back. And if you use that level up version of Sodilia last year, he was great. His card is like big bodied. He has like a really good feel in the game. You know, this game is definitely different than the previous iterations of, you know, FIFA and EA, whatever the heck we're calling it now. But like this card was really good. I think him as a center back would be a really nice option for people. He got a massive boost of 9 pace, 11 shooting, 12 passing, 12 dribbling, 10 defending, and 10 physical from his silver cards. So that's a gigantic boost. Freiburg are a fun team. They definitely have the ability to progress out of the group potentially. I like this card a lot as a French Bundesliga center back with a lot of versatility and a lot of range in your team. I think he looks like an awesome option. This seems like an easy one. Slap a shadow on him. He instantly ships as an 87 rated center back as an 83 rated card. So that's a really nice option for you guys on a budget. 20K for that card seems like a really, and he might be cheaper. I don't know how the market works, but like that seems like a great center back for 20K, right? Like you can't go wrong there. Speaking of not being 20K, 3.45 milli on a Perling Haaland. Absolutely incredible. He gets a 4-star skill, 3-star weak foot card, which I don't know what his original card is. I think his original is 3-3. So he does get a skill move boost as well on his card, outside of the fact that he is an absolutely insane card. Over his base, he gets himself 2 more pace, 1 more shooting, 1 more passing, 2 more dribbling, 1 more defending, and 2 more physical. The key is obviously that Man City are a freaking wagon. They are insane. There's like a 95% chance that they would get out of the group, maybe even 99 if we're really being honest about it. So his ability to get a +2 overall upgrade feels very true, and that means that this card will survive a long time in the game. That is an absolutely absurd card. I think if you're on New Gen, you would keep him at lengthy. In doing so, I don't know if I would. I think you kind of have to put a hawk on him, it looks like. You could do a marksman if you want to boost his strength, shooting stats, and then boost his dribbling. If you're like, I don't want to boost his pace and stuff, I want to boost his dribbling. But either way, I mean, that is a world beater striker that none of us will pack, but I wish and I hope that one of you do. From a much cheaper perspective, but still very expensive, is Victor Osimhen, who comes in at 3-star, 4-star. His base card is, let's see, 3-star, 4-star. So he did not get a boost in terms of his skill move or weak foot upgrades. Compared to his regular card, he has an additional 2 pace, 3 shooting, 4 passing, 3 dribbling, 2 defending, and 3 physical. So he gets a big boost comparative to other cards already in this promo. This is a card, once again, that I would say very similar, a hawk on him or something like that, where you keep him at lengthy, controlled lengthy, or mostly lengthy, whatever the heck you want to do. And in that range, I think he'd be just an absolute demon. I've had a hard time defending against this Victor Osimhen card. That card looks sweet. Napoli are starting to find their stride, I feel like, especially with some good performances this past weekend in the Serie A. So they might be a team to really have a chance to get those upgrades. Then move over to Bruno Fernandes, who's 500 plus K. He's 4-star, 3-star. I can't believe he's 3-star weak foot. Is that really how he is on his base card too? He is. Okay, so it's weird that Haaland got the boost of a skill move, right? It's weird to me that he's the one that got it. It just makes that card, I guess, that much more juicy for people to try and chase. I've actually been a really big fan of Bruno cards historically in FIFA. I really, really like him. I think he ships as a really nice midfielder. Although he has cam center mid, I would never play him as a cam. It's just not a position that I feel like is where he strives best in. I feel like as like a box-to-box with the ability to get forward is truly where he is, you know, maximizing his potential. With that being said, I would very easily put a shadow on him, boost that pace. I feel very comfortable in his dribbling and his, wow, those are great shooting stats, really nice passing stats. That's a really great card with 99 stamina. That's a big time card from EA to drop. So I don't know about Man United in terms of their progress out of the UCL. They're a very shaky team, but in terms of this card, 92 rated center mid this early, 2 weeks into the game, is pretty sweet. Then Bukayo Saka gets a big old fat. Whoa, he got a huge boost. Huge boost for Saka. Whoa, this is a big card, man. Extincted 550, obviously. +5 pace, 4 shooting, 4 passing, 4 dribbling, 3 defending. That's like a February type of boost, not an October type of boost. 4-4. I think, did he get a skill weak foot boost too? Bro, that is a them capping this at 550 shows that they have no idea what that. Them giving him a 4-4 boost and those boosts, that's a huge card. That's a huge card that EA just dropped in this game. that is a beautiful, beautiful upgrade. Shout out to EA for that. They have no idea about the market, but they definitely know how to make a player look sweet. Bukayo Saka finally gets a card that he definitely so much deserves. He's a brilliant player in real life. That is a sweet card. You could definitely, if you wanted to, use him as like a midfielder in your team. I know these aren't the sexiest stats, but you could definitely make that a thing. His stats are so well-rounded in every other category that he could definitely play like as a really fun box-to-box midfielder in your team. I'm assuming he has high medium. Yeah, I think he would be a great cam, would be a great winger. If you play him as like a winger, you definitely want to boost his like pace and shooting. So I would say a hawk on him would be really, really fun to make him that much more dynamic. I feel like everything else is more than good enough. So I would definitely feel comfortable with that. You could very easily on him put a sentinel or something like that on him. And although it's not like crazy, these aren't the strongest stats in these categories, you know, he would be someone who'd be really fun to use in that position as well too. So don't sleep on freaking Saka as a midfield option or like a great, you know, right mid like a 4-4-2 or 3-5-2. I mean, he would be great there. Then we have Leonardo Bonucci, who plays for Union Berlin. Compared to his base card, he gives himself 28 more pace, 4 more shooting, 5 more passing, 5 more dribbling, 6 more defending, and 6 more physical. That is a big boost. He has 4-star weak foot on this card. Is he a 4-star? He should. He's always had a good weak foot in real life. Okay. He keeps that the same way. Here he is, man. This is a nice little card, too. Nice little card as well. Crazy good defending and physical stats. Honestly, very well-rounded dribbling stats for this early in the game with 91 long pass and 86 short pass is really nice. He is an Italian Bundesliga Union Berlin player, so he's not the easiest to link in the world, but that is a really nice looking defender. I don't think you overthink this one. You slap a shadow on him and you let him cook. That's a 91 rated center back for 33,000 coins that has a chance to get upgraded this early in the game. Now they're in the UCL. It's going to be tough for Union Berlin, but that is an option for you as well. Then we have Dries Mertens, who is one of my favorite cards every year. I don't know why their price is capping these so low. He's extinct because that is too low. At least right now it is. 4-star, 4-star. I just think Dries Mertens is one of those cards that like transcends every year of FIFA. He just is always really fun and dynamic, especially an early game Dries Mertens is always really fun to use. He's had some great cards in the past at Napoli, and now he gets himself a really fun looking card here at Galatasaray. Great passing stats, low stamina though. Looks like maybe a super sub or a guy that you run for 60 minutes and then take out of the team as a great cam option or a striker option in your team. Solid shooting stats, could get boosted. Great dribbling stats on the card. 95 balance and 91 ball control. Feel really fun in terms of your left stick dribbling and being in tight spaces. And then not great pace, right? So I think we want to put a hunter on him would be my call out. That would ship him as an A9 rated cam, which I think would be a really fun card for you to have in your team. I like Dries Mertens a lot. We keep on moving. Rodrigo de Paul is now the newest option for you guys here. He is an, by the way, there's a lot of Atletico cards. There's that, first of all, this is the Benini SBC that came out, which I haven't used here. I've actually done that SBC, but these would be both a nation and team link too. So if you did Benini, you would instantly get DePaul on 2 chem. Something to keep in your back mind. There's also a lot of options for you. Molina is a right back on Atletico Madrid that is also Argentinian and from Atleti and is a decent card as well. So there is some really good linkability here with this Rodrigo de Paul in terms of his card. He's 4-star, 3-star. He is, compared to his original card, gets 2 more pace, 3 more shooting, 3 more passing, 2 more dribbling. It is absurd to me as we look through every card how big of a boost that Bukayo Saka got. I mean, that Bukayo Saka's boost like super trumps everybody else's boost by a lot, which is really wild to me and in a cool way. I'm not complaining, but it's just shocking that they gave him that big of a boost. He looks very well rounded. He's literally almost a Club 80 Hurricane defender. I think it's another easy one. You slap a shadow on him as a box-to-box. The Pitbull himself will be a really, really fun card for you to use. Doesn't have any bad stats on his entire card. It would be a very nice option for you guys in this game. As we keep on moving, we have Kalulu, who looks like an awesome CB. Compared to his base card, he gets 2 more pace, 9 more shooting, 10 more passing, 9 more dribbling, 6 more defending, and 7 more physical, which honestly is a crazy, like, more, like, in this part. Like, look at his dribbling. 70 plus in every dribbling stat. That's a nice little card. That's a really nice little card. Good pace. Kalulu's a fun card. He can play right back too. Definitely would not suggest that as his main position, but could definitely play there too if you wanted to. I would say for sure another easy one. I'd put a shadow on him and just let him be a guy. You could also do an anchor if you wanted to and keep him at controlled lengthy, which gives him great pace and great defending and physical stats. You're not going to go wrong with whatever you choose there. He looks sick. That is a sweet card. Milan also, like I said, got a draw against Newcastle. They're in the group of death. So 2 of those cards will survive. Who knows who it will be. Then we have Openda, who compared to his base card gets 1 more pace, 3 more shooting, 5 more passing, 3 more dribbling, 5 more defending, and 3 more physical. He's 225,000 coins. He plays for Leipzig. Who has some fun cards this year already. 4-star weak foot on his card as well. High medium with the ability to play center forward and striker. I love Openda in FIFA. He's like historically one of my favorite cards to use. Crazy good super sub, just dynamically in terms of his pace. It's just such a big game changer. Very well-rounded dribbling stats, low composure, okay passing, okay shooting, bad passing, rapid, like completely rapid, right, though. So I would say, I think I would honestly give him like a Maestro. I think would be a really nice card option for him. At least gets that short pass up so that way he can help play off of his fellow attackers. Gets that shot power up, which will make this a very well-rounded striker of the ball. And then boost that reactions to 94 and dribbling to 91, which, because I don't think he needs a pace boost. Another option you could do if you want to do the pace would be a Hawk, make him rapid, great shooter of the ball, and then his physical stats would be very, very nice. So these are all good options for you guys. Every card looks pretty fun at the end of the day. Then we have Weifer, who's in the Eredivisie. He's 3-star. He plays on Feyenoord. They're in the UCL. He's 20K. He looks like a decent card. He's almost Club 80, much like many of the cards we've seen, just outside of his shooting stats. From what I can tell, as a medium-high work rate card, we don't care about his shooting stats. He's a true DM at 6'2". Looks like kind of a fun card. Kind of a card that I would maybe like to try. I love kind of more the niche league players. I think this card is a card I'd really like to see what he can play like as a DM. Decent dribbling stats for this point in the game. That's fine. Okay defending stats. Really nice physicals. Really good passing outside of the vision stats. Those are nice short and long passing stats. And okay pace. Like this card a lot. I would very easily give him a shadow. And we would cook it up with a, what is he? An 86 rated DM with the ability to upgrade. I like that card for 20K. Then we have Machado, who plays on Lens, who's only 14K. Hey, listen, a Ligue 1 left back at almost discard price is definitely something that's intriguing, I will say. He looks like he could play all over the park, too, if I'm being honest. Okay passing, once again, vision low. Shooting, not great, but he does have 85 shot power. Decent pace splits, right? Really well-rounded dribbling for a defender, 80 plus in every stat. His defending stats are a little bit low, and his strength and aggression is a little bit low. I'd probably say an anchor on him, just because I want to boost the strength and aggression too. It's not a bad card, honestly. I know he's an 84 rated left back, but like, it's not a bad little card. He's high medium, which aren't the best work rates, but they're not bad for a wing back. Or you can put a shadow on him. I think that card's like, for 14K, I don't know if he'd play well in game, but it doesn't seem like a card you can go wrong on at the very least. So that's nice. Edin Dzeko apparently is not showing up as a card. Here he is. Edin Dzeko, who is an 88 rated card, gets a massive boost. 18 pace, 5 shooting, 3 passing, 4 dribbling. You know what I will say is, one thing I will say, last year Edin Dzeko had a rule breaker card that was one of the first promo cards of the year that was a game changer on Inter Milan as a lengthy card. Like, he was one of the most defining early game cards of the year. This would not be a bad card again for you. He's almost impossible to link, so I know it's really tough. Bosnia-Herzegovina Turkish League, like, you're struggling there, but what might be a card that could be worth trying, and you might find a gem with 5-star weak foot, that might be a very legitimate card that you would want to potentially look into. I would put an engine on him, boost the pace, boost the passing, boost the balance and agility. You know what? The balance and agility are so low. You know what? Scratch it. I don't think it matters. 56 or 66 versus 58. We don't. What's the difference? I mean, what are we talking about, right? So I guess we scrap that. Maybe we just make him good at what he is good at. Make a Hawk on him. More pace, more shooting, more physicals. I think that card is either going to suck or be great. There's probably no in between. Then we have Dodo. I've actually been using this guy's gold card, and I like it a lot. 3 boosts in pace, 12 in shooting, 9 in passing, 7 in dribbling, 6 in defending, and 6 in physical. He's 3-star. That is a really fun CDI card. He's already extinct at 100K, so we're going to have to change some price points there as well. Crazy good dribbling, low defending, average physical, decent passing, crazy attacking positioning for whatever reason, and okay pace splits. I would say an anchor on him would be really nice. I think those are more than well-rounded for this early in the game. Wingback stats on defending and physical, and then great rapid pace. A Brazilian right back with those stats is never something to laugh at. I think it's a really nice card from EA. And then we have, last but not least, we have Svenja Huth. Svenja Huth is the only women's card. I don't know if this card is, let's go see if this card is upgradable too. I don't know if that card is upgradable. What I will say is too, Wolfsburg have like, and this is only team 1, so maybe we'll get some more women's cards. Like, Wolfsburg have a really good women's team. So this is something you could potentially look at. Let me go to, let's make this easier. Okay, is she have an upgrade on her? Qualified to the group stage of the UEFA Women's Champions League round for a round 2 for an inform upgrade, plus win 2 matches in the group stage for a +1, and then qualify for the knockout stage. So this card actually has, this card lives longer than the group stage. This card goes into the knockout for a chance at a +3 overall upgrade. So that is something worth keeping in mind that she has uniquely on her own card that no one else has. 4-star, cam, right mid, right wing. That's not a, hey, listen, that's not a bad card at all. Really nice dribbling stats. Okay passing stats. Really, really low shooting stats, though, which is kind of stinky. But 94 stamina. You know, not a bad card. Put a hunter on that card. That might not be a bad card to have some fun with and enjoying this game. And then with whip pass, anticipate, first touch, technical, jockey, and quick step. A lot of play styles. 4-4 might be a really fun card to throw on the wing or throw at cam and just let her cook. I think that might be a really nice card with 95 balance. That card might get slept on because she's a women's card. She's only 18K, but she has a chance to get an upgrade to a 90 on her card, which make her an 86 pace, 88 passing, 90 dribbling card, which is something to, you know, not laugh at. So there's the content for today. That was a long video. They always are about 30 minutes when we get a new team because there's just so many damn players at this point in the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you stayed this long, I love you. Hope you pack a big card. We'll be live a little bit later today. Let's try and rip some packs and pack some of these cards on our own. Sounds like a plan to me. Adios, boys. Peace.